What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next Coffee and Clash episode. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. Let's get you started off right. As always, I will not be answering questions in the comment sections, but please leave me questions for future Coffee and Clash videos. I always need new questions coming in, so thank you for everyone that gives me questions on all of these. Let's get right to it. The first one we're going to look at is from, let me pull this over if I can actually see it. My eyes are getting bad, guys. I guess I'm getting old. All right, out of my mind. Okay, see there, I can do these out of my mind. That one I got. Hey Jake, have you seen the video of the quote new Town Hall 9 attack strategy by Moskri? If so, what are your thoughts? And has anyone from One Hive already tried it? Yeah, I got a lot of comments on it. Someone sent me the video, and I did watch it. And guys, it's a fine attack strategy, but there's nothing super quote new about it. I'm glad that the comment there had that in quotation marks, because we've seen this. I mean, you've seen it on the video. Go back to the recaps. You've seen attacks like that. The only thing that I would say that they're doing differently is throwing that heal in there, which I don't think is a super big deal for that attack. I think you could use a rage with on your balloons. I don't think most of the time it's like saving the kill squad to get that extra little bit that you needed to make the attack successful. But don't get too wrapped up in that stuff, guys. One, those are modded attacks, and they see traps before they start sending their troops in, so they know, adjustments that they can make before the attack starts. Also, it could be something that's been practiced numerous times. There's nothing super OP or elite or secretive about it. It's just another 3-star strategy. They're using quakes to open up a compartment large enough that you can get to 3 or 4 air defenses, and then looning the back end. Again, this is nothing new or groundbreaking. And remember that you're going to, if you try this in your attacks and you're a fair play guy, you're going to have failures. You're going to have successes if you do it on the right base and you come at it with the right attack. But you're also going to have some failures. So don't buy into the hype. This is some kind of OP strategy that you're going to wreck every base with, because it's definitely not. Joseph Loftus. Hey, Jake, what do you think of this solution for Wallbreaker AI? They should simplify it completely. Wherever you drop the wall breaker, he runs in a perfect straight line until he hits the first wall in his way. This way, an attack has to be precise with placement, but can now add the strategy of blowing up recessed walls. I think attackers being able to target specific walls adds a huge new angle to the game. Annoying problem solved, plus a fun new aspect of attack strategy. Win-win. Yeah, I would be up for that. The wall breakers do need a little bit of work. I would actually be up for, if you select your wall breakers, you could actually tap the wall that you wanted them to target. So you could select your wall breakers and then tap, 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 however many you wanted to send in, and actually target specific walls. It makes no sense that you couldn't do that. There's no reason to have a troop that, his job is to open up walls and you can't decide which wall he opens up. So yeah, I would be open for anything like that. I think it definitely would add some interesting elements to the game. Brent Reed, what's your opinion on people who use mod but gave it up? Does One Hive consider that not okay in a zero tolerance policy? Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes and you can't hold it against them forever. However, they're still not welcome at One Hive. We have had lots of guys from well-known modding clans say, hey, I'm sick of this. It's boring. It's not fun anymore. I would like to come join One Hive and start playing clean. And the answer is no. It's just something that once you do it, there's no way we're going to believe that you're just going to give it up cold turkey and you're over it. Once you start having some failed attacks or we're in a tough war, you're going to break it out and you're going to use it. And we just don't want it in our clan. We don't want people, the suspicion of it being on our clan. So I honestly hope those guys get bored and quit. I really do. I hope that because we all know it's going to get boring, and it is getting boring. I'm telling you guys, we have like a rash of applicants contacting us privately from well-known high-end modding clans saying, hey, I'm just over it. I'm over the modding scene. I'm over, spending 6 hours trying to crack a base and, all the bugs that go with it, but they're just not welcome here. So yeah, it happens, and definitely we turn them away because zero tolerance means zero tolerance. The Cauldron. Man, I love your channel and all, but why is it so hard for you to pronounce some names? No matter how outlandish they are, just piece together phonetic sounds of each letter. You complain every Coffee and Clash. Bro, come on. Laughing my ass off. Dude, I know what you're saying. I think it's because I'm a bad speller. In school, science, math, all those things came pretty easy to me, but for some reason, spelling just always got me. So it's like I look at these words, and not that I can't read, it's just when they're not a regular word that you read every day, trying to phonetically sound out a new word. It just doesn't click for me. I don't know why. It's kind of funny and it's kind of frustrating, but you know, that's my only guess, is that I'm a horrible, like when I say horrible speller, you guys don't understand. Like I can't spell, so probably why. Aaron S. Hey Jake, here's an easy name to say. Thanks, man. My question to you is it possible that Molt and Galadon had any say in you going to ClashCon and say they didn't want you there because of your opposing views on the game? You had a few, quote, Molt math posts and a couple weeks ago with Galadon and the Queen of Walk and Mortal Queen debate. I am totally on your side, but I feel that they just might not like you. I know you don't care, but Supercell is probably on their side and not yours because they've been supporting them for a long time. I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, look, Molt and I had our little back and forth, but honestly, that ended fine. You know, I put out a video that I thought was very respectful, saying, "Hey, you know, you guys don't be too hard on Molt. You know, he's wrong, but you know, let's all take it easy on him." Galadon, I've never had any trouble with. In fact, when he did his 2 stars win war video, I tweeted at him and he tweeted back. We were just kind of joking and nothing, no animosity, nothing like that. So I really would doubt if they were up at Supercell headquarters saying, "Oh no, don't invite Jake." I guess I could be surprised, but I really, really doubt that. I do think that somehow along the way, somewhere, I've upset Supercell, and I don't know what it is. Maybe they don't like me, they don't like my content, they don't like the war community. I don't know, but I do believe that to be true, and I wish I could rectify it, but I don't know how because I don't know what I've done wrong, and they don't communicate with me anymore. So maybe in the future, who knows? Chad Chestnut. Hey Jake, first I would like to thank you for your videos. They have helped turn our clan into a very tough Town Hall 7, 8, 9, 10 war clan. I started watching you when you had under 2,000 subs. That's awesome, man. Thank you for the long time support. Our clan started and slow changed to 3-star attacks, going from winning 60% to now winning about 95% of our wars. That is awesome. My question is, are you surprised that GoWipe is still by far the most popular attack in the game, after all the good channels, including yours, trying to teach better attack strategies? And does it surprise you that high-level clans still consider GoWipe to be a 3-star attack strategy? Thanks from less than 300. Excellent question. It doesn't surprise me because still, guys, what you see, I mean, you have to realize that yes, the channel's getting bigger and you've got other channels that do war stuff that are getting larger, but in the ocean of millions of Clash players, this 84,000 that we're at now is a not even a drop in the bucket. I mean, it's so minutely small. And when you go to the larger channels, it's still what you see 90% of the times. Now, I've been very impressed lately. You go to channels like Galadon, he's throwing up some actual 3-star attack stuff and talking about it. So that's great. You know, the more they do that, the better it's going to get. The community out there at large is going to see, hey, there is something else besides GoWipe out there. Even Galadon, even Chief Pat, even these huge YouTubers say so they believe it. And once those guys accept it and believe it, it just trickles down. So that's why. It's because just in the last month is the first times you've ever seen those guys show real, actual war, high-level attacks. So give it time. Hopefully they're buying into it. Hopefully it'll get better, and it'll just, like I said, trickle down to the masses. And then the war community will take off. You know, we'll be the more of the focal point of the game instead of, like, you know, the stepchild. So we'll see. We'll hold for that. All right, what do we got next? We've got Omar Ortega. Hey Jake, my question to you is, does it bother you that other Clash YouTubers who are starting to become serious in war are showing these attack strategies without giving you a little credit? Because let's be honest, you're the only reason that we've all made a transition to the more serious of war clans. By the way, this is coming from Corruption of Ballerwood. No, I mean, I don't, you know, look, it would be nice. I mean, look, it would be nice if I was going to ClashCon and being up there and being the Supercell war guy. Don't get me wrong, I would love that. And it would be nice when a big YouTuber did a GoHo or a GoValo or something like that, and they showed it. If they gave a little nod to us guys that have sort of been down here in the you know, trenches for so long, putting this stuff out there, getting it to the war community and getting it to everybody so that everyone can learn to do it. But no, it doesn't make me angry or mad or anything like that. As I just talked about, every time Galadon or Chief Pat or any of these large YouTubers, Clash with Cam, these guys that are starting to show these 3-star strategies, trust me when I tell you, it helps me, it helps you guys, it helps the war community in general, it helps us get things we want from Supercell. It's just a win-win-win. So no, definitely does not make me mad. Would it be nice? Of course. I would love a little nod, a little, hey, you know, if you want to see more of this, go check out Jake at One Hive Raids. But, you know, it's not what happened, so it's okay. Bernard Barari. CNT, what's the age of your average viewer? I thought this was a pretty interesting question, and honestly, I'd never done the research, so I'm going to roll in a picture right here, and as you can see, this is a little demographic chart that I got from my YouTube channel, and 25 to 34 is the highest. It's right at 40%, and then you go, the next is 18 to 24, and then the next highest is 35 to 44. So definitely 18 to 35-ish is my sweet spot as far as viewers. I do have a viewership 13 to 17, but as you can see, it is really a small portion. As I've always talked about, my videos just tend to appeal to a more mature audience. You have people that tend to appeal more to a immature audience. No disrespect, no anything like that. It just is what it is. I bet if you pulled Molt's numbers up right here, this is skewed. This is different. You know what I mean? It's not, you're not going to see these same numbers. Could be wrong, but that's my guess anyway. So interesting question, and I was actually interested to look at it because I never have before. All right, Far D20. What would you do if you found someone you knew in real life modded? Example, your daughter if she was old enough to play competitively. I mean, it wouldn't be something that I like freaked out or got onto her, but I would probably use it as an opportunity to try to teach her a lesson. You know, not a scolding, not a punishment, but say, look, you know, sweetheart, in life, the shortcut rarely gets you where you want to be. You know, if this is modding is a crutch in this game, and if you use it, yes, it's going to allow you to practice and be better if you use it in that manner. But also, you tend to rely on it. You tend to want, you know, all of a sudden you face a base and those traps aren't revealed. It's going to, I would imagine, be much harder to take out that base because you've constantly, you know, had that crutch that you've leaned on, and when you take that crutch away, you're going to struggle. We saw it back when the first nerf came to the Xmod, iMod, whatever it was, when they couldn't, it went away for a while, and all the modders were freaking out. You saw clans that were supposedly very high level clans. You saw them losing. You know, they were losing wars. They were doing terrible. They were having horrid attacks. It's because they rely on it. They can say what they want to, but that's just the facts. Yeah, sometimes to 3-star a maxed out Town Hall 10, you've got to have it. Okay, fine. I guess that's a fair argument. It doesn't justify it, but it's a fair argument. These guys that mod at Town Hall 9 and early Town Hall 10, they can say what they want to about, oh, it's just whatever. It's a crutch. They do it because they can't do it without it. So I think that's what I would try to teach her is that, look, this is a shortcut. This is a crutch. You don't need that. You're better than that. You know, if you want to be good at the game, be good at the game. If you don't, just, okay, don't play it. Don't play it at a competitive level. I guess that's what I would do. Matt Ballaro, Coffee and Clash question for you. When you have Town Hall 10s drop down and clean up Town Hall 9s, do they use the 3-star techniques that they would on another Town Hall 10, or do they just overpower it with GoWipe or GoWipe? Neither, honestly. Most of the time what we see from Town Hall 10s dipping down is either a Go La Loon and just sort of swarm it like that. That's probably the best way. I've always said that because when you're using hogs, you know, you are still using level 5 hogs. There's not a level 6. And giant bombs can take out a Town Hall 10's level hogs just as fast as it can a Town Hall 9. And if you screw up on your hogs and the pathing goes wonky and you make bacon, you're still going to fail. However, when you've got balloons and golems and you've got that extra troop space and you've got those extra spells, you can just overwhelm a base so easily. There's no more air mines. There's nothing that can completely wipe your balloons out like there is with hogs. So usually we see one of those two things, just depending on the base. Neil Whip. Jake, can you talk about the evolution of your sign-off? For a while, you would switch back and forth between doing my best to help you guys suck less and your current sign-off of reminding you guys to suck less. I think the former sounds best and makes more sense, so why do you choose to go with the latter? Man, honestly, I never think about it until I'm at that point in the video, and I still go back and forth sometimes. It just sort of depends on what I'm thinking or what the video's more, the tone of it. I don't know. I've never really put much thought into it, honestly, so maybe I should. Colby Arnold. One, you said, quote, everyone used to be a closet modder. What do you think about people that still, quote, closet mod? Are they more harmful to the community? Yeah, before you had everybody, I mean, you had, like I said, you had people from Clash Heads going on the podcast and saying, yeah, we kick out anybody that we catch modding. Everyone lied about it and said, oh, this is what we do, when everyone knew otherwise. I do think closet modders are worse than open modders. I can deal with open modders. If they want to segregate themselves, you know, do modding, clan wars, and tournaments and all those things, at least that I can say, okay, look, we know who they are. We know what they're doing. They're just wanting to play with each other. That's fine. The problem was they all want to war one, however they used to. They don't anymore, which is good. And that's why we sort of get along at this point. They used to want to try to match up with and hunt us and all these things like it would prove something for them to beat us. And I never understood that. And today, even more so than ever, I don't understand closet modding. There are so many really good clans that you can openly mod in. Why on earth would you want to mod in a clan where you might get kicked out and you have to hide it and you have to do all those things? It makes no sense. So yeah, I think there's nothing worse than a closet modder, in my opinion. Two, do you think Supercell should permaban all the open modders or wait and grab both groups when they have the resources, closet and open modders? Well, again, both. I think that you've got to get the only solution in any game of any, and Supercell is the only company that I know that just allows it and doesn't permaban. I think that I've always said that I wish we would wake up one day and it'd be like the rapture. All the modders would just be permabanned. And that includes any of them that are closet modding in one hive. Just gone. You know, we don't have them anymore. And they say, hey, thanks for the money. You want to roll another account? Go right ahead. We told you guys it's against the rules. That's fair. If people say, oh, that's not fair, they spent money, whatever. The rules are the rules. You know, you agreed to it. When you hit accept, you agreed not to do it. You broke the rules. It's your fault if you lose your money in your account. I don't think that'll ever happen, but I think that is the only solution to it. So I guess what I'm saying is it'll never be fixed. All right, moving on. True Vids. Coffee and Clash, do you find it funny when you see a 2-star Win Wars joke on your videos? Man, it's got to be creative, you know. When someone says, "Oh, you guys had more 2-stars," or they had more 2-stars, but you guys still won. What happened, or something like that? That's not creative. That's not funny. That horse has sort of been beat to death. What's funny is when someone actually finds a new way to, you know, make the same joke. Hey, 2-stars win the war jokes kind of old and stale to me. Jillian Turnbull. You are a letdown and a disgrace to YouTube. Stop trying to get Av in trouble, you jerk. This was a comment that I got just not long ago. Some of you guys that have been old school subscribers might remember back, golly, long time ago when Av was still doing Clash of Clans content. It was a big uproar about him and the techniques he used to draw in views and get those viewers and stuff like that. A lot of YouTubers were upset about it. And I basically put out a video saying, I don't care, you know. Just like you saw from the demographic question, me and Av aren't competing for views and for YouTube content. So this person, you are a letdown and a disgrace to YouTube. Stop trying to get Av in trouble, you jerk. This is the perfect illustration of how we're not competing. You know, someone that would just say something so random and so idiotic. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I thought you guys might. If you hadn't seen that old video, you can check it out. All right. Ciroc Obama. Coffee and Clash question. Hey, Jake. First off, I would like to say that I love the channel and keep up the good work. I'm currently in Sith Happens. I've seen both of the videos you put up sort of bashing our clan. One I've planted a player in our clan and you guys, quote, hunted us when our more pristine attackers were out and upgrading heroes. Feelings aside, I think we could do an arranged war and settle this once and for all. We beat you guys the first time, and you guys can try to get your, quote, revenge in the name of One Hive. I personally have nothing but respect for you guys at One Hive. I would like to know your thoughts on this. Thank you. Your facts are a little bit skewed. One Hive didn't plant anybody in your clan, and One Hive didn't hunt you. That was Morning Sword. There is a lot of ex-One Hive members that are in that clan, but that was not us. Two, I don't know what you guys' war weights and stuff like that is, but if they were close, yeah, I mean, if you guys think that was something that you'd be interested in, I'm sure there's some old school guys at One Hive that would still like to take that pound of flesh. But I'm, I'm trying to be nice and not sound bad. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think that we're, Morning Sword beat you guys, and I don't think that you are ready to War 1 Hive. I don't mean, again, I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag or anything like that. I think it's a mistake on y'all's part, but that being said, if the war weights lined up and you guys wanted to give it a try, I don't think you'd get a lot of objection from the people at 1 Hive. So maybe get in touch with me later if you guys, if just you speaking, or if your clan is speaking through you, let me know. All right, guys, that is it. Hope you enjoy these. I love doing them. I love the questions. So you guys ask the best questions, honestly. You really do. So until next time, Jake from 1 Hive reminding you guys to suck less.